This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Carbonite. Well, the holidays are finally upon us, and today we've got some great gift ideas for you.
Totally Rad Show.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad
Show. So it is holiday season upon us. Thanksgiving has thunksed, and now it is. That's sort of my Dr. Seuss, I guess. He speaks weird. And now it is come upon us about the time for Christmas
Kwanzaa.
and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and Santa Macaw. So what we thought we would do is we'd get together and we would do sort of a little bit of a gift guide. Now this isn't specifically things, well, it's
Some ideas. It's some ideas that we had.
Jumping off points.
Give you a little,
Totally rad
fun
jumping off
things.
points. So, Jeff,
Yes, sir.
at this holiday time, what would you say would be one of your holiday jumping off guide points?
One of the things people have been asking me about a lot is board games. You know,
Yes.
I tweet about them a lot, talk about them a lot, and you know, played some board games on Thanksgiving, and one of the games that keeps coming up over and over and over again as a great introduction, if you've never played a designer board game, I think a fantastic introductory board game that gets you feeling what these things are like is it's Ticket to Ride.
The
Why
dream
couldn't think of
game.
that?
Ticket to Ride.
Yes.
Beatles.
You know the Beatles, Dan.
See?
That was
Call back to a earlier episode.
man.
Maybe not.
We'll see.
Probably
Not sure
not.
where that ends.
It's Ticket to Ride.
So what is Ticket to Ride?
So Ticket to Ride is a really wonderful family game. I introduced it to my mom, who doesn't play these kinds of games. I've introduced it to friends at parties. It's really simple. It has 3 rules, but it really is
you got to get your ticket and you got to ride.
Basically.
The other rule is have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's super simple to teach. It plays, it's very strategic. You can play it 1,000 times. There's all kinds of different boards. It's sold like gangbusters. You can get it anywhere.
Ticket
it's a
to
great
Ride.
intro board game, and they just released some map packs. There's a new Asia map that introduces team play that I'm dying to try. I haven't had
Wow.
a chance to try, but it's a really interesting way of doing team play where you share some
And
cards.
it's really good also because, like you said, a lot of people want to get into those designer board games. We see
Yes.
packs and all these things, and it's a
It's a
great way to
Days
do
of
it.
Wonder game. It's really easy. You can find it online at Amazon, and you can probably find it at Toys R Us. It's
Yeah.
pretty easy to find.
Ticket
so,
to Ride.
yeah.
Awesome. Dan Trachtenberg, suggestion for the group.
Yes, my suggestion to you folks is if you need to get a gift for yourself or a loved one that has interests that coincide with the show that you're watching.
That does make sense.
I recommend you going to the website for gallery1988.com. You will find an array of posters and artwork that will be your favorite thing you've ever. Oh my God, that's amazing! That's amazing. Click the next page. Oh my God, it's amazing! Amazing. If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend that loves Ghostbusters, or The Life Aquatic of Steve Zissou, or whatever Big Lebowski, there will be an amazing piece of artwork interpreting that media thing, or Nintendo, or
Do they
Link,
ship
or
anywhere in
whatever.
the world? Or is it
They
just continental
ship-
U.S.?
I don't know if it's anywhere in the world,
Continental US,
but they
though.
sure do ship.
Holy
I know
shit.
that. So I mean, it's stupid for me to even list the thing. You know, I have many artworks. I have one from The Last Starfighter. I have one that you guys bought me many years ago. That's Saved by the Bell.
8-bit Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, it's an 8-bit Saved by the Bell thing. So,
Gallery
and
88.
Breakfast Club, I have an amazing Breakfast Club poster from there. So, gallery1988.com.
Amazing. Okay. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about, I don't want to say fitness, but there's sort of been this new vibe of things coming out, and there are 2 products that have, one has sort of hit the market now, and there's another version of it that's been out for a while, which is the Jawbone Up and the Fitbit.
Yeah.
Now, both of these
Interesting.
things were utilized while we were in New York. My buddy Kevin has a Fitbit, and my
Don't know him.
Yeah.
he's just a buddy. He had a Fitbit, and you know, especially around a town like New York City, which is such a walking town, it's such a great thing to be able to see how much walking you're. You know, it's basically a pedometer, is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's basically a pedometer. It's a pedo bear. It's a pedomo bear. Basically, what it does is it tracks the amount of steps that you do throughout the day, and then also it shows you how many
reports them to the
how many
police.
stairs, how many stairs that you have gone up, as far as sort of your elevation of walking, as well as how many calories you burned in the day. It's great for exercise. That now, because of the Jawbone Up, the new Fitbit Ultra also manages your sleep. So it can also track your sleep to see how well your sleep is doing based on how often you turn and things like that. And knowing the sort of deep REM cycles and how long you have to be still before you've entered a deep sleep and things like that. So it's such a great way to just kind of get your brain around your health. But then also, it does this weird thing. I just bought it for Heather. And it does this weird thing where, because it's being counted, you want to do more. You want to walk more in your day than usual because you know you're being
kind of
counted.
playing a
It's
game
getting
almost.
It's XP.
It is, and it even has this like the Fitbit thing has this little flower that grows based on how much energy you're putting out into the world.
That's cool.
Whatever the hell that means, but it's this great way. So if you have a person in your life, or maybe even yourself, that's a little sedentary, maybe plays a little bit too many computer games like the bunch of us. Maybe this is a good example of, you go to the fridge to get yourself a Mountain Dew, you come back and you go, hey, all right, there's some stuff here. Maybe you go a little farther next time. It's
some
worth
ideas
it.
away.
It's worth it.
I think the coolest thing about the Jawbone is the way it waking you up. When it knows when you're in your lightest rhythm of sleep.
Yeah.
And it vibrates your wrist.
Yeah.
To wake, and so you just apparently you just
fall
fall awake.
Yeah. So many good things.
Yeah.
Jeff Cannata.
Oh, God, I'm awake.
Jeff Cannata, what's another good gift thing
I
idea?
was trying to come up with some. I recommend books all the time on the show because of the audible.com. So I'm not going to do a book, although there's a lot of books that I could recommend. There's a Blu-ray that I checked out.
Oh, nice.
Batman Year One.
Oh, interesting.
Brand.
They're going to say Batman Begins, an American classic.
Dan. He is classic.
That might be a call forward.
Yeah, the DC
Actually, it is a call forward.
the DC animated Blu-rays, almost you can't go wrong. They're so high quality. They're so great. We talked about Under the Red Hood on the show a while back. There's a lot of great Batman ones. There's a really great Wonder Woman one, Green Lantern.
A lot of good Green Lantern ones.
But the new Batman Year One is almost a direct adaptation, almost shot-for-shot adaptation of the classic Frank Miller Year One graphic novel. Why can't I speak today? And it's really great. It has as all the DC Blu-rays have. It has amazing special features, tons of extra content. It's got a Catwoman short that's on
cool.
it. I think a great value if you've got a geek in your life that you want to hit up with an awesome Blu-ray. You can't go wrong. It's good.
Nice.
It's dark and not very action-packed. It's very moody. So
Nice.
it's a
I dig-
departure.
I dig moody.
Yeah.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Sorry.
No.
One more thing. And it has Bryan Cranston as the voice of Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, well, come on.
Pretty awesome.
I'm in already.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Yeah, another website to recommend for your gift getting.
He's a master website shopping guy.
It's a website that you wouldn't think you at first glance would have what you need.
It's Target.com.
But I'll tell you, it's pretty
Have
awesome.
you heard of Amazon?
Yeah. BarnesandNoble.com. It's Google. You just type in what you want and
What?
Yeah.
No.
So if you go to Etsy, Etsy.com, ETSY.com, it's a place where handmade crafts are sold. Many of you probably already know it exists, but some of you may not think to use it in this way. I mean, if you type in any, we
That's how we got Mike's birthday
Mike's
present.
birthday gift not so long ago off of Etsy because Mike likes James Bond, and someone made a badass handmade James Bond one of a kind like things on Etsy iPad case, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And you can find. There's just millions of awesome. If you want to get someone thing that they like this thing, but you want to give them a unique gift, you can't give them that movie or that game because they already own it because they love it.
Unexpected
but here's
stuff there.
Yeah, exactly.
Very unexpected.
Yeah.
And it actually leads right into my next thing, which is on Etsy, there are Star Trek, the ship diagram posters.
Oh, like the cutaway ones?
They're like the
I
cutaway
love
ones,
those.
but they're giant and they're gorgeous.
Cool.
and you can
The
get
Star Wars one's a little cooler, but I like the Star
well,
Trek
but
one.
what are
but
these
the Star
cutaway
Trek
posters?
one
this?
is the thing from Star Trek. Like that exists
What
on
is
the
this?
set.
I don't know
It's
that I know
it's
what
the
this is.
so in Star Trek where they have like the big picture of the Enterprise and it's like on their thing and they can see what's wrong with it in the
okay,
engineering.
sure, yeah.
They have giant posters and you
But
can
it's
get
3D?
No,
Is it- I think
it's a
it's a cut-out
poster.
poster?
Cutaway, which means it's like a slice of the ship. So it's like if you slice the ship right down the center and then put it up on the side, you can see all the different decks and
Gotcha,
all the
that's
different
cool.
things.
Yeah.
But it's it's this amazing art situation. But not only that, you can
We got a
get
situation.
all that. You can
Art
get the
situation.
classic, the original, NC 1701, I think it is. The original.
Is that what it was? NC-17?
I think it was wasn't it?
I think you're right, but that's weird,
NC-1701,
right?
something like that.
Some geeks are mad at us if we get it wrong.
I know. But then you can have the USS Voyager, you can get the Defiant from some of the episodes, you can get all these different things on this format. I think
Love
they even have a
things.
Klingon warship, or Bird of Prey, I think. I can't remember. So anyway, and that's on Etsy. So if you go, I can't remember what the actual thing is, but if you go to Etsy and just type in Star Trek
Cool.
engineering poster.
So
or
are those
artwork,
handmade or are
it's
they
great.
like?
I have no idea. I have no
Must
idea.
be on it. I don't think you can.
You can
be
sell
like
like
a
prints and
mass-produced.
stuff. I mean, it's
No,
not mass
yeah,
produced,
no,
but-
yeah.
Last thing.
I wanted to do a food thing because we don't talk about food stuff enough.
And when we do, it's amazing.
It's sad. And I don't think I've ever really expressed this on the show in the 5 years that we've been doing this ever before, but I'm a huge fan of hot sauce. Love me some hot sauce. And I have found, I have a lot of favorite hot sauces, but I have found a particularly amazing hot sauce. And if you are like me, or if you know someone you're getting a gift for that loves hot sauce, I cannot recommend enough the Hot Sauce Boys or Brothers. I'll have to double check and I can put it up above. But it's called the Habit Forming Hot Sauce.
Oh, I've heard of this, or maybe you told me.
I told you.
you did,
Okay,
yeah.
It's this real small thing. You can order it online. It's from Canada. It is the most delicious hot sauce. I could drink it like soup. It is so good, so flavorful. I put it on everything, just like a grilled cheese sandwich, just lavished in this hot sauce. It is absolutely incredible, and I love it. And I
Habit
think
Forming
it's-
hot sauce.
Habit Forming Hot Sauce. The website should be above me right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Dan Trachtenberg.
Last thing, yet another suggestion. I think the best kind of gift.
This one is a demand.
No, I think the best kind of gift you can give someone is something that, even if it's not the biggest thing or the coolest product or whatever, but it's something that they would love to have but would never buy. You would never
Yeah.
buy for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like underwear.
Yeah, and
Hot
this
sauce.
is literally like, there's nothing. This is not brain surgery, but I love getting either an iTunes gift card or Xbox gamer points or whatever the person has, because that's something I never indulge in those things, purchasing the online stuff. But if someone has given me 50 gamer, so then there's a game that I'd love to play that I can download. You know what I mean? Like if so whenever
So you're
I have
revealing
those,
to the people gift cards are a good gift.
yeah, I know, and it's like that's what I'm
gift
saying. I'm
cards.
basically like gift cards, but the specific, like the Xbox, if they have an Xbox or an iTunes, I think, because then it's like if there's a show that I always want to see but I never saw, it's 99 cents to rent it, or the season is $10, you know. But I never would have done that.
Yeah.
But if I have this, it's enabling. You know,
Yeah.
and it's such a joy. It feels like I'm not
You're an
spending
enabler.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love those as gifts. The
So-
specific targeted.
Last thing on the list, which is now, my friends, is the time. There's no excuse. If you have a book lover or a traveler in your life that does not yet have an Amazon Kindle,
I agree.
now is the time. $79
Yeah.
for
Is
an
that
Amazon
for the, like,
I love it.
Kindle.
New like touchscreen one?
No,
too?
those are more expensive.
The Fire though is
not
it's
that
almost a different product.
But there's
also.
like-
It is.
There's like one that's not the Fire.
No,
though.
I know.
one
There's
that's
touchscreen,
like-
there's color, there's a
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
bunch of new
yeah.
Kindles. The original OG Kindle with the digital ink, I love my Kindle.
too.
It's
You
really
guys got me
amazing.
mine.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I love it.
And if you have somebody in your life that's been like, oh man, I've always wanted a Kindle, but I just couldn't afford it. $79, that's pretty reasonable. I mean, that's like $10 more than the cost of most video games. And there's tons of free books on the Kindle just to get you reading, maybe to expand your definition of what type of book you can enjoy. I usually do that every time I turn it on. I just go to the store and say, what's free? And if it seems even remotely interesting, I just download it. Why not? So check it out. So that is our Totally Rad Show holiday gift guide for your girl or guy. hopefully some of these topics will help
And if you have gifts that you think would be awesome, we'd love to hear about them.
Yeah.
So let us know.
All right, everybody, be sure to stick around. We're going to be answering one of your Twitter questions right after this. But first, we want to thank our sponsors, Carbonite. I believe he goes, Toronto gosh. Where was Toronto gosh? Anyway. Star Wars. Computer
Star
disasters eventually happen to everyone. Your computer crashes, it gets infected with a virus, you drop it. Why are you carrying it? It gets stolen.
You have to carry it sometimes.
You do have to carry it. But if you get Carbonite online backup before your disaster, then you have no need to worry because your files will be backed up automatically and safely off-site, and it's really easy to get them back. Plus, you can actually get access anytime, anywhere to your backup files from any computer or smartphone, iPad with the Carbonite free app. It's amazing stuff. Carbonite unlimited backups for your PC or Mac is just $59 a year. That's less than $5 a month. But when you use the offer code TRS to start your 15-day free trial, you'll get 2 months for free. You'll get 2 months for free if you decide to buy. All the details, carbonite.com. And remember, use the offer code TRS to get 2 months free.
The whole time I've been thinking, oh, you've got to carry PC. Carry. Because you're talking about carrying the PC.
Yes,
back
I'm
home.
not sure how you got there.
I don't know what there is. What's there?
It's a
You don't know about the Beatles? You haven't heard
Beatles
about the Beatles?
little band you might have
Little
heard
band
called
you may have heard
Beatles.
of once.
Carry PC.
Maybe you should have backed up your hard drive with
Carry PC.
Carbonite, Dan.
He will.
Hey. And scene.
And see.
Join us tomorrow for our review of the movie Young Adult.
All right, at BlackZag05, the fifth of the Black Zag series, sent in a question. What did each of you do on your 21st birthday? Dan Trachtenberg.
Me and my best friend went down to Atlantic City. Played blackjack, the game of 21. On my first hand ever dealt to me in a casino, legally ever.
I lost all my money.
I was dealt a blackjack.
Wow, that's 21.
And I proceeded to win 10 blackjacks that night, and I made $210. 21-0. Pretty crazy, right, guys?
Oh,
Pretty crazy.
wow. How much of that was true?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. You can read about all that more
Jeff?
in my new book.
Yeah.
Stuff that
How to
didn't
win a
happen.
blackjack.
Yeah. Jeff, what lies do you weave today?
It's weird.
I know.
I don't think we've ever had this conversation because I would have remembered, because on my 21st birthday I went to Vegas. And I lost a lot of money. But yeah.
$210.
You haven't read my book.
How to win money on your 21st birthday.
It feels like such a cliche. I guess
Well,
people do it, but
If you live near. Yeah.
I didn't really live near. My
Well,
friend and I went-
oddly, I was also gambling. I went to the Del Mar racetrack, and I remember it was my birthday. We just happened to be at the racetrack, and I went up to the bar and got a beer, and the guy didn't card me. And I was like, "Are you kidding?
Motherfucker.
I have a
You're not gonna
card.
Card me?" And he was like, "I don't. Okay, what? Give me your ID." And I gave it to him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, it's your birthday." And I won some.
I see now.
And I won some money on the ponies.
Nice.
Just saying.
much?
Not tons, but 225,000.